Hi everyone, welcome to PhillipCapital Weekly Market Watch. I'm Chun Kit from Phillip Futures Dealing Desk, and today it's my pleasure to share with you our views on market developments in the US and its impact on stock index futures and also currencies, particularly the US dollar and euro. We begin with some observation in US market. US second quarter GDP grew 1.7%. The growth is smaller compared to the average of 4.3% growth rate in the previous two quarters. Home prices in the US also dropped 3.3%, while job market remains soft, with non-farm payroll dropping 95,000 last month. Manufacturing sector contracted slightly, while service sector expanded. US trade deficit continues to widen, and heavy selling of dollars dominate the week. Expectation of quantitative easing and expansion in US service sector had pushed US equities higher over the past few weeks, and leads to an increase in trading volume for stock index futures in the US. But the question is, how long will the rally in equities last? So far, the US Federal Reserve had not indicated on the actual size of quantitative easing and whether it will be effective in creating jobs. In my opinion, the current level of US unemployment rate is still too high and is hindering consumption, as consumer spending contributes about 70% of US GDP. Moving ahead, if the quantitative easing in US turn out to be too small or ineffective, market will be disappointed and a correction in equities will begin, and stock index futures will retrace. On the other hand, if the measures are too large, this will put further downward pressure on US dollar as more money are being pumped into the economy. This in turn leads to inflation as money supply increases, but not the actual level of goods circulating in the economy. Also, dollar-denominated assets like gold will probably break new highs as investors head for gold as a hedge against inflation. Therefore, I think there will be some short-term fluctuations in US equities, but overall, I'm still positive on the US economy in the long term. The Dow Jones Industrial Average should rise in the near term, and I think this will present some buying opportunities for Dow Jones futures. On euro versus US dollar, euro had not been able to stay firm on the psychological level of 1.40. On a technical perspective, euro show an overbought situation above 1.4. Therefore, we see some retracement. However, in my opinion, euro should remain on an uptrend for the next few weeks. Reason being, the prospect of further quantitative easing in the US presents more downside risk to US dollar than to euro. The near-term support for euro against US dollar is 1.3750.